Okay, we got this Ingersoll RAN 185 air compressor. Just want to show you a little bit what's going on here. We bought this thing, I don't know, it's 10 years ago maybe, paid $3,500 on it. It's got a John Deere diesel in it, and we bought it for sandblasting, for doing some of our stuff here. When we got it, it had low hours on it, and then we used it a little bit, and then we set it aside, went to use it again, then it wouldn't put out the air. So I messed with it. You can see I went up here, and this valve I took apart, thought it was that, checked all these lines. It builds pressure, but it won't discharge the air. So I got this job out here, and it's just something that I set aside. But they want to charge me $4,000 to sandblast this little job, and it just kind of set me off, because we had this. We paid $3,500 for this thing. Now, you go and price these things new, I think they're way over $30,000 for this. So they do come in handy, and it puts out a large volume of air, and it's dry air. And it's great for sandblasters, and that's why we got it, so we could do some of our own projects. So I started to try to sandblast this thing using a regular air compressor, another Ingersoll RAN, but it's a shop one. It just doesn't work. It's got a lot of water in it. It can't keep up the air, and I just gave up. Every 5 minutes I'm having to wait for the thing to build up, and then finally it started killing my air compressor. And it's a 5-horse air compressor, but it just can't do it like these. So I pulled this thing back up and started screwing with it, and I messed around. I can show you, it comes on. Let's start it right now real quick. You can see it builds up to 90 pounds. At about 90 pounds, so that's not the problem. I'm going to turn it off. But what this is, down here we're getting a blow off, or that's the bleed down, but down here there's a little hole in this fitting, and it lets air out. But I think I've narrowed it down. I've looked all over the internet. There's nothing on these things. Not many YouTubes, very minimum. It's quite surprising, actually. Then I tried to download a manual on it, and even so, the manual's not real clear. It gives you a few things to look at. Like I said, I took this apart, thought this was sticking. It's a 3-way valve, and there's a bunch of checks all over this thing. But what it comes down to is there's a minimum air valve down here. It's right down there at the bottom of the discharge, right here. Kind of see it comes off the top, and I think there's a ball valve and spring in there that's frozen up. Now this is gonna be a pain in the butt to take apart, and I'm just gonna show you, because I think that's what it is. I've already checked all the oil. Everything's cherry on this. This is a John Deere 4-cylinder diesel, and these things are indestructible. We used to use these on harvesters. That motor is tough, but it's got the screw compressor in the front. And if I checked all the oils, you can see everything's good. Let me crawl under here and show you what I think it is. You can kind of see here. But right up there, see this thing. I'm going to undo this, get it out and look in there. I think there's a ball and a check, and that's why it comes up to 90 pounds, but it's not letting it discharge out here. See, comes all up here, comes through there, comes down here. It's not letting it come out, and we do have the pressure, so something's screwball, and you can't really find any information. I tried calling the tech support at Ingersoll around. You can't get through to them, so we're just going to do this ourselves. And I wanted to show you. It comes right up here. out here, and it just won't put the pressure out. Like I said, it worked before, but I suspect that there's something wrong with that down in there. I'm not real sure. I'm not real familiar with these things, but I think there's something in there. So we're going to eliminate that. I'm going to take this big tube off, the discharge tube, take that off. It's going to be a pain in the butt. You can see it's all pipe threads. It's in here, and we're going to take that apart and look at it and see if that's a problem. Hopefully it is. Like I said, these units are expensive, so you can see it's a 185 Ingersoll. Real common. There's some other brands too, but stand by. We'll see if that does it. Once I get it out, I'm not going to video that. The only reason I'm doing this, apart from hydraulics, it's just because I couldn't find anything on the YouTubes of anybody that's had this problem. So if you see this, hopefully we get it fixed. But once I get that out of there, I'll go ahead and we'll video that to see if that's a problem. But I think I've narrowed it down to that, and that's the first check. It's just a good guess. I can't really say, but we're just going to do it anyways, because you know, taking this to a shop and all that, they'll screw you. So we're going to do it in house. And but we got it running. It runs cherry, so I think that's the next step. I thought it could have been. I was going to replace this, but I don't think it's that. So stand by.